So then, given that now we're very, very close to the beginning of the UK theme park season, with it only being a few weeks at this point, I've actually started to book the trips. And it wasn't until today, when I've actually started booking things, that I have noticed how much is opening in the UK and how many things I want to visit. And I found myself having to structure lists and think of where I want to go and when it's going to work out for dates to go to these places, because there's just so many parks to visit in the UK this year because of the amount that's opening. And that's what this video is going to go over. It's going to go over things in the UK that I definitely recommend visiting this year because of the things that they are opening for the 2024 season. So then, I'll start off with one which is no surprise, and I'm pretty sure everybody is aware of what is going on there, and that is Alton Towers. And now this is for the main reason of Nemesis is reopening, which is the main reason which I think a lot of people will be visiting this year. It does look great, and although it's the same ride, it's something that's going to look very refreshed, and I'm very excited to see what it rides like when we actually get there. And as well as that, we've sort of got some great things at the park this year, like Alton After Dark, which is taking place on the first few weekends of the season, which is essentially keeping the park open till 8 o'clock. A lot like other parks internationally keep the parks open later. Alton Towers will be doing that, which will be great, which will mean not only I'm thinking that they're going to be showing off a lighting package for Nemesis and everything, I'm hoping that it means that they will have improved on something which is a big issue at the park before, being that they've installed permanent lighting fixtures around the park. Now that isn't something which is guaranteed, but I am praying that this is also a way to show that off, because there is nothing worse than turning a corner when walking down Forbidden Valley or an area of the park we've got to go through the gardens walks and then being blinded by a massive spotlight that they've obviously had to hire so that they can light the areas that are just so bright, it's insane. So I'm hoping that this will be something they bring to the event. But this will be great because it also means we'll get to get on the rides at night time, have a bit more of a longer day at the park, because Alton Towers is a very big park, and it will be great to see. As well as this, the big thing which I'm booked onto, but my god, it cost me a lot of money, so I'm hoping it's good, is the LIF Hill Walks will be returning to the resort. And these walks will be taking place on both Oblivion and Wicker Man. Now I'm pretty sure Wicker Man was 65 and Oblivion was 80. One was more money. I'm guessing it's because they're going to have to do an extra feature for the tour. I'm not really sure of why the price difference is. There's probably a very valid reason. And don't quote me on the exact prices, but I'm pretty sure it's around that ballpark. And although it looks expensive, it must be stated that they're obviously having to not only pay the staff which are trained to actually make sure that you can go through the tour safely, they've got to pay to have the ride area safe for you to go into it. They've also got to pay for the harness equipment and all of that stuff, and you are getting a very good experience out of it. So it's something that if you can book onto, I definitely recommend, because it is one of those things which you may never get the chance to do it again, and it'll be a very unique thing to do. And it's great to see Alton Towers doing it. Obviously, a lot of parks have, including Blackpool, did it for, I remember the big one last season, and they've done it for other rides. But it's great to see Alton Towers jumping on this bandwagon. It'll be great to experience. After that, we'll jump over to Drayton Manor, which is opening a family lift and launch coaster, which is currently very much under construction. It seems insane. It went from it being track on site and moving very slowly to just all of a sudden, wow, they're moving fast. Tracks going up ridiculously quick. And obviously, a lot of people have been talking about there's 2 transfer tracks, which people are saying, do you think there's going to be a swing launch section or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm not savvy enough in engineering to know if it would be or wouldn't be. If it is, that's great to hear, because the park has stated that it's going to be a ride which is different every time you ride it, and it'll have a re-rideability, which could mean that there is a multi-directional element to this ride. Not really sure as of yet, but I am very excited to get in the park and see it, which is what's quite great with this one. We don't know, so when we go in the park, it's going to be very exciting to see this in person, really, isn't it? And since we're on the subject of family coasters, it makes sense to jump over to Legoland Windsor, which will be opening Minifigure Speedway, which will be dueling family boomerang coasters, which look great so far. They also are very far through their construction process, which is looking great to see. I can't wait to ride it. It looks like it will be a great ride to go on, so can't wait to ride that one in person. Then we'll jump over to something which I had to include in this video because it's really taken me by surprise. And I know that you're all going to go, well, it's not a theme park, but still, it's a ride, so I'm putting it in it anyway. And to be fair, on this channel, have I ever really been that professional? But we're going to go over to Cadbury's World, and they will be opening a trackless dark ride called Cadbury Chocolate Quest, which from what I could gather from the information I've seen for it is going to be themed to you're going on a quest, who would have thought, to go and collect all the different ingredients that are needed to make a Cadbury dairy milk bar. And it sounds great. I personally haven't actually ever been to Cadbury's World as of yet. It was added to the Merlin Pass last year, which is brilliant. It's another thing to go to on your Merlin Pass. And now that this is opened, I will definitely be making the visit this year and can't wait to ride it. And a trackless dark ride is something that I always say I want to see open in more places in the UK. And although Cadbury's World is a bit of an obscure obscure one, I'll take it, and I'm really excited to see what it's like. And just to put a cherry on top, the person guiding you around the experience is going to be the Freddo Frog, or the mascot for the ride, I should say, which I think is just brilliant. And there is one park which is opening something absolutely massive this year, well, quite literally, and that will be Thorpe Park, which will be opening Hyperia, which will stand at 236 feet tall and reach speeds of over 80 miles an hour, which looks like it's got some absolutely incredible elements on it, and it's not even finished yet. I know we've seen the video, but there's something different about seeing it actually being constructed. Makes you realise how amazing these elements are going to be. And it's one of those rides which I just cannot wait to get on. It will feature lap bars, which is an amazing feature of it. You'll go straight out of the station into an outer bank, and then the rest of the ride is just physically insane. But yeah, I couldn't make a video about parks you've got to visit because of the things opening this year and miss out Hyperia, because the amount of videos I've made on it, I think it's only fair. So then I do just want to stress there is so much more opening in the UK this year. I just haven't put them many more in the video, mainly because I get mind blanked when writing these videos clearly, and after uploading it go, oh, I forgot to include that. But if there's other things in the UK that you think are definitely worth a visit, please do put it in the comments. I can think of some off the top of my head now, but I've gone past that point and I'm going to keep pushing forward now. I can't go back on myself. So then yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe. It really does make the world of difference and really does help this channel out. And I'll see you all in the next one.